Someone asked me how to make jalapeno peppers, so I'll show you. 2 ways you can cut these open. You can cut just behind the stem and cut them in half. Then dig out the guts. I'm going to make a slice just here, that way the stuff don't flow out. So I do that. And you go down here. Now people like the big babies, they're like, oh, it's too hot, I can't stand it. Well, I mean, if you take out the insides, take out those insides. Let me dump the seeds. Take out the insides, and you know, the meat of the ribs, like this. Take all that out. I mean, I ain't gonna do it really thoroughly because I like a little bit of heat. They have no heat whatsoever then. They are no hotter than a bell pepper. 0 heat. They just got the wonderful flavor of a jalapeno.
When the engineers couldn't get the bridge to fit, they dumped it by the side of the road while they figured out a solution.
It's a bridge. It's not supposed to be sitting on the ground. It's supposed to be sitting up on its pier.
Right now, it looks like.
And if you're a real baby, you want to put gloves on. You know, rub your eye. It might hurt a little. That's one way. The other way, and you can get more cheese and stuff in it, is you don't cut anything off. You make like a T incision. Go down, and you're only going through one side like this. You go down, and then cut about halfway down right here. That's where the incision started. And cut about halfway down. And then open it up and dig all the guts out. See all that stuff? Just dig in there and get it out. It's pretty straightforward. People say use a spoon, use a peeler, use a corer. You ain't got to do all that. I mean, all these fancy tools. You know what that is? That's a solution without a problem. You don't need all that. And usually you can do this in a little container, you know? Makes it a little neater. So there you have that. Then next, get this junk out of the way here. Next, you want your filling. So, and you're going to do this with like 10, 12 good-sized jalapenos like that. You know, you want some big honkers like that. Now, if you leave them whole like that, you can fit more into them. If you have them like I did, then you're not going to be able to fit quite as much. Get you a 12 ounce, you know, well, 8 ounce cream cheese. Softened cream cheese. 8 ounces of shredded cheese. Give it an extra little flavor. And you mix all this together. Should use the bigger bowl, huh? Yeah, who cares? Do all that. You get the idea. Let's all do some. Well, anyways, close enough. Get you a spoon. Spoon this stuff in there.
The bridge was meant to fit snugly on the uprights, but both of its cross beams were 4 inches off, and the structure wouldn't fit.
And get it nice and thick in there. The good thing about the cream cheese doesn't expand and blow out when you're cooking it.
It's not the first time Calgary's had a new bridge just sitting around.
Get that. Push it in there nice and firmly. Like do that. Scrape that off. And there you got that. Same deal with a half a pepper. Grab you some. Spoon it in. Man, Ken, don't you just love cream cheese? With a nice Lender's onion bagel toasted. Oh, it's good stuff. A little more. You can mound this or you can make it flush. Depends on what makes you happy. Again, you can do plain cheddar. But with plain cheddar, it's going to expand. So once you're done with these, if all you're using is cheddar cheese, since it's going to expand, you want to freeze these for about a half an hour before you bake them or deep fry them. That way the outside gets crispy and the inside's melty without blowing out. If you just did it at room temperature with cheddar, by the time the outside got crispy, they'd be blowing out and you'd have a mess everywhere. Half the cream cheese would be gone. Next thing you want to do, you can use egg, but I'm finding out milk is better, flour, breadcrumbs. You want to take your little dude here, you want to dip it in the milk, and you want a wet hand and a dry hand. That way you don't end up with big mounds of caked on flour and breadcrumbs on your finger. So left hand, wet hand, set it in there, then use your dry hand, sprinkle it, and turn it over. So you do all that. You got that? And to make sure that this like sets on and adheres, you see how the end, how I just did it below the stem, that way it doesn't blow out that way. And you got that nice coating upon which the breadcrumbs can adhere after you dip it in the milk again. You want to set these for 5 minutes to let that settle in. Like this one is set for 5 minutes. And then what you want to do once or twice is put it back in the milk. Wet hand, very carefully. Put it back in the milk. And you skip that. Put it directly in the breadcrumbs. Now dry hand again. Turn it over. Dude, yeah, making a little mess there, huh? See how that's all nicely mounted on there? You want that mound on the top. If you've halved them, instead of making them whole, you want them mound on the top. That way it doesn't blow out. Okay, then you go back to the milk. If you're going to double do it, turn it over. Turn it over, punk. Turn it over. Now wet hand, dry hand. Spread it up again. That way I'm getting the sides there, doing that little shaking. You can let them set another 5 minutes, but then you're going to be doing this crap for an hour depending on how many you make. But there's that. See how that's nicely breaded? And you even mound a little extra on top there. See, it's even on the back side decently enough. So then after you do that, you put it in either a 350 degree oven or a 350 degree cooking oil. In the cooking oil, you cook it, it's like 3 minutes. In the oven, 15 minutes. And that's pretty much it. And guess I'll come back after the jump with the finished product.